Previously on
Conversations.
Yeah.
Did I interrupt you? Because I can't vibe with this, so. Shit, sorry.
Did also just
No,
like,
no,
hey,
go to
can we
the
take a
bathroom.
break?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought we could
Here's part 2.
just. Right?
The Korean corn nuts,
Right?
bro.
We gotta get
Good
the
shit.
response. We gotta get
I was sitting that
the.
one. Yo, this
Sponsor
fucking
us.
shit, because regular corners now, like, they kind of hurt my teeth.
They
They
hurt,
hard.
yeah.
And
Right?
they-
It's not just me, right?
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
it's-
What is
they're
that?
little.
Fucking-
They're too hard.
It's
Yeah.
because we had good teeth when we were in
I know.
junior
Now we're all
Now
old
I actually
and our
really
teeth
have
are
to,
breaking.
I still soak them in my mouth so I can.
Hey, you know what I do now? Because, like, my front teeth are kind of, like, weaker because they got chipped from drugs and stuff. When I bite now, and I even bite, like, toasted bread, I go,
Oh,
like, on the side. I never thought I would do
fake
that.
tooth, bro. Fake tooth.
I need
always
to
do
get,
that.
I need to get crowns eventually because they're kind of like chipping and shit. But
I got a guy. If you have insurance or even if you don't, I have a guy. So
I might need to talk to you.
I might, yeah. We might need to.
remember when I kept on pulling out my tooth when I had it? Because I was like, I'm not gonna let people make fun of me. I'm gonna just own it. So when I had this missing, I would go out.
This is being recorded, right?
Yeah, this is all recorded.
Because
So,
this is funny shit. This is
No,
funny shit.
I
guess we're back.
yeah, we're back.
I'm
We're
gonna
back.
keep this in because I like the.
No,
tooth
well,
thing
yeah,
we're talking
I
about.
literally would take it out.
Okay.
We'll bring it back to the what Firewalk thing.
Firewalk,
But
Firewalk.
you know, I actually have a question for both of y'all. Both of y'all talking about your teeth that are fake. You said you have fake teeth
No,
because
I don't have fake.
He
teeth,
needs
but
it
the front-
soon.
But the front, like, are like kind of chipped because of drugs and.
what do you mean drugs? What does that mean?
Ecstasy and shit, and
Yeah.
That makes your teeth
yeah, you're
weak?
doing good.
well, and also like I chipped it on the.
Oh, because you're so
While
high,
you're
you're like, I'm just gonna
rolling.
bite this
I was
tooth.
biting. I was eating soup too fast, and the metal Korean spoon. I hit my tooth.
Oh, yeah.
I chipped the front
Bro,
so many
eating
times. Dude.
soup too fast
I've
is a
done
whole
that.
other thing, bro.
Yo, I
I've
might
hit
look
my
like
tooth.
I might look in shape, but I eat like a fucking pig, guys. It's disgusting. I spill rice everywhere.
But you are in shape though.
Yeah,
Bro,
but
you're
I
my
eat like
soulmate,
I'm
man.
not.
But like, how would
I'm
you
a
stay?
pig boy.
Because I mean, there's a saying: you can't outwork your mouth. Meaning, like, you can't outwork what you put into your mouth.
Here's what I do:
What do you do?
intermittent fasting, my dudes.
Well, okay, what is it? Is
on,
it
on purpose?
Are you a eight?
Yes. What the fuck?
I mean, I intermittent fast until 12 because
Oh,
I don't
because
have
you
time
just have
to
no
eat.
time to
Oh,
eat.
you
Yeah.
guys don't have
So
time.
that's called poor
Okay,
time
that's a fair
management.
point.
You're just
Okay.
poor
Yeah.
time management.
But I'm-
Okay, but like, are you like a 8-16 guy? Like, eat for 8, fast for 16? Do you stick by that? What's
More
your
like usually? I mean, right now, I shift
we
the windows a little
breaking
bit more
your
because
rules
because I lost 18 pounds in like.
I was gonna say last
You
time I
look
saw you, I was
like-
like,
yeah,
yo,
you look-
you lost
you
a
look
lot of
like,
weight.
yeah.
I lost 18 pounds because I was getting like fat because I was eating my feelings and stuff.
Eating your feelings.
Till 2-3 in the morning, I'd eat like ice cream and
What?
chili
Okay,
fries.
what kind of feelings were you eating?
You just said no.
Avoidance, self-soothing, right? I mean,
I feel it.
some guys masturbate thinking they're horny. They're self-soothing to get rid of that anxiety.
Feeling, yeah.
Whoa.
Eating. Yeah, that's what, I interviewed a neuroscientist, and she was saying, yeah, masturbation can be very detrimental towards men because, well, one, we're building this weird relationship with ourselves because it's when you orgasm and with a person, you're building a bond.
Intimacy with that person.
Yeah, but you're literally building a bond
Right,
on
right,
a
right,
chemical
right.
level.
For sure. Yeah.
Like within your brain and all that stuff too, right? So then when you're jacking off, you're building this like kind of empty feedback loop within yourself,
Whoa.
right?
Yeah.
And then you're trying to use it to make yourself feel better
Yeah, yeah.
for whatever, I mean, I thought about
I'm glad you bring up penises because
He loves this topic. He brings it up every episode.
Oh, yeah?
No, my thing
he
is
likes
this.
to end every episode with
With a
penises.
penis.
No,
Yes.
so my thing is this. I feel like we need a
Wait, are we
like,
ending the episode
No,
already?
no, no.
No,
It- no, but
that's
it's
just-
just-
we
it's
can
just
end
a-
it.
this
This is just
a
how
funny-
excited he is about
is
this
a funny
topic.
callback.
I've never
but-
seen his eyes get that big.
He's like, oh, are we talking about
He's like,
penises right now?
No, let's just go back. We won't get into it, but we definitely. And I feel like he'll be a fun person to talk to about.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do Asian men have the worst reputation with penis sizes when it's not always like that?
It's never always
Bad
like
representation.
that, dude.
Bad representation. Right?
I made videos.
look at this.
I made videos on TikTok about defense against small penis jokes. All these things on purpose. Because here's the thing, man. It's all bullshit. Because, dude, first of all,
Porn is.
you know who loves saying that the most? Guys.
Did you say Santa?
Santa too. He's like, you've been a good small dick boy. Here's a present.
No, I really thought you said who
No,
loves
I said guys.
Oh, I literally said, you know who
Ben,
loves
Ben,
Santa the
Ben,
most?
you're not-
Yeah.
You're not that old, man.
I'm sorry.
You're young. Your hearing is fine.
It's the bucket hat.
Did you shoot? Oh, the bucket hat.
Maybe.
It's over his ear. It's over his ear.
The snacks are too good.
So Santa.
Santa. That's what happened. No, but like, dude, and this is always my comeback. I've had dudes that would just keep being like, oh, because you got a small dick, and literally to get them to shut up, I'd say, look, man.
Look at it.
I've never had somebody talk about my dick so much. I know you think about it. If you want to see it, I'll just show it to you, dog. Casually, and they're like, "What?"
No,
they didn't expect that. Dog, what are you talking about? I'm like, "Dog, you always talk about my dick. I don't know why. It's okay. I'm straight. You're straight. I'll show it to you at the side. Come on, whatever." He's like, "I ain't gay." I'm like, "Nah, but you always talk about my dick. If you want to see it, I'm cool. We're homies, right? Yeah, even though we're not homies. Yeah. No, man, no, I'm good, man. Never talk about it again. I've done this multiple times to random people at the bar.
So good, dude.
But they do that because, like, how do you know? How do these guys? Why are these guys?
I'm like,
why
shut
guys
up,
so convinced,
man.
You know what? It's one of those like I bet you won't type of things until you're like I bet you I will,
because
and then
I will,
and then it's like actually I'm cool, bro.
Yeah.
Because they can tell I'm for real.
That.
And here's the thing, I think we're all growers in here.
Yeah.
Dude, when mine is flaccid, yo, it looks like a fucking shriveled up thumb. It's fucking disgusting, right? So here's the thing.
Sad
even if you called out my bluff, I'd show him the tiniest fucking baby dick in the world because it's flaccid, and I wouldn't give a shit because I know what it really is, right? I'd be like, yeah, here you go. But who wins? Me, because now he's gay.
He's gay. Yeah. He saw your penis. Yeah, you're right.
And now I can introduce him to my gay friend.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna flip from my.
Hey, don't do it to me, bro.
Because if you keep defending yourself,
I feel like he needs to get. See, you get it. You get it. We can talk about it. He needs to. He needs to be like he needs
I don't need anything, bro.
He needs to have his first. He needs just a tip. You know what I mean? Just a tip.
Don't touch my arm when you say that. That's weird.
He said just a tip and stroked Ben's arm, dude.
Yes, bro. Your hands are a little hot and clammy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then Ryan's like, "Do you want to watch Back to the Future later tonight?"
No, absolutely not. Not anymore. I would have, but not anymore.
Yeah, but you know,
change the dynamic.
It's one of those things that I'm glad we can finally talk about it because it is.
This is literally why Ryan wanted this podcast.
No.
He really wanted to demystify this thing. Like he wanted to debunk this.
Debunk the junk, okay?
Debunk the junk. I like that.
Debunk the junk.
Debunk the
junk. So yeah, so now we get into the real topic of it. No,
that's hell.
But yeah, you know, I know you have your thoughts on it, so it's like interesting because Ben. I love Ben. You're very open-minded.
It still makes me feel you keep touching my arm and you say you love me after you talking about one.
He said, "I love you. You're very open-minded."
Would it be better if I was like this?
Don't touch my leg. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
You know, he hasn't given me like anti-vibes in a while, like where he doesn't like it when I. You really don't like it right now because you haven't done this in a while.
You're making me feel uncomfortable.
You have to get used to it again.
I know. So this is good. The fact that you're here, we're able to talk about.
It's a safe space.
Yeah, it's a safe space. So
here we go.
You know, and so it's good that we can have you back in the future to talk about this because this is important. This is
that's a throwback to Back to the Future. Good job. Good. He's trying to work on his stand-up chops right now. You know what I mean? That's a callback.
There's a callback. Yes. So no, but. Okay, now I'm done.
We just completely.
You didn't even say anything.
Deleted his mind. He's like, you think I could be a stand-up? Okay, cool.
No, I'm just saying. I'm glad that we're talking about this because I wanted to bring it up, and the fact that you even have an opinion about it, like where most guys know, no, I don't want to talk about that. You have an opinion, shows me that this is a topic that most people.
Who does this benefit?
All the non-Asians that hear this, like, oh, you're right.
Actually, a lot of Asians benefit from this too because they still struggle
because
with
it helps them. Like, oh yeah, I guess I could.
No, because dude, even if they have a normal size one,
they don't know.
They think it's small because the world is telling them it's tiny.
Because we're.
And that's what happened to me too.
Yeah.
And then I had to smash a bunch of women to realize, nah.
Yeah.
I'm good, boy. But also, they don't put into consideration women have different size baseball gloves. The hand isn't always the issue. Sometimes the glove.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Interesante.
Yeah. I'll tell you that. I've been with enough women to know that. I'll tell you that. Okay. But yeah, some guys, a lot of Asian guys. There's Asian guys out there that struggle. They've in the comments when they DM me, sometimes they would be like, "Yo, like, thank you for making this thing."
Make it easier
also
to talk about.
playing off of it too. Instead of trying to defend yourself, if you try to defend yourself and shit,
why? Yeah,
it makes you. They want to think that. So when there was girls around, this is how I got this one girl. I'd be like, yo, I'm like, yeah, it is, dude. It's so small.
yeah.
I just agreed. I just yes-anded it. You know, that's like an improv
Sure,
yes
sure,
and.
sure,
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, it's just so tiny. She's like,
What?
what?
Yeah.
Instead of no, it's not. I was like, yeah, it's fucking tiny. Yeah. Because some guy said that in front of us, and I had a crush on her. I was like, yeah, it's so small. And she's like, really? I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, yeah, dude, it's so small. I have to scissor girls. Okay, that's how small it is. And this girl became so. I heard it. She's like talking to her best friend, like right next to me.
This guy must have a big head.
There's no way it's that small. Like, it can't be small. Why is he talking like this? That's weird. Yeah, I have to. And then she saw it.
Yeah, you're
'Cause
like,
she was
surprise!
So
You Jedi mind tricked.
yeah, literally.
That was
But
the Jedi
I
mind
did. It took killing two birds with one stone. I that's a way to like brush off the insult from the guy, but then win the girl by showing that I'm cool, calm, collected, and I can play around with jokes.
Yeah.
That's a great way to diffuse.
That is the
situations,
best
man.
way to diffuse
And
it.
you know what though? I think
Confidence,
There's
yes.
a bigger like principle to all of this, right?
No, we're talking
Because
about some stuff.
you know, we've just gone through the past couple of years where Asian hate has been a very, very real. Not to say that it didn't exist before, but in this very concentrated time during COVID. Maybe it's also because social media is just everywhere, right? You see a video every day of like an old Asian woman getting beat up or old Asian man getting beat up.
Jackfruit.
And
Rest in peace, jackfruit, by the way.
Oh yeah.
yeah, rest in peace, rest in peace. But you know, I think that sort of, I mean, we say this word representation, and bro, I even had a homie recently, like just the other day, like maybe it was yesterday. He posted something, and like his whole post was Asian hate is still real.
Yeah.
And he said he was like out at this golf course. He was playing, for whatever reason, he was playing at like the Trump golf course. And he's like, that was probably my first mistake. I should probably not have been playing at the
What?
Trump.
Yeah. Wait, there's one in California?
I don't know where he was
By
at.
Pedro.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Turnia is
Palos
his?
Verdes, Palos Verdes.
yeah, it was Palos Verdes. Palos Verdes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was Palos Verdes
Turner's
area.
Better never go back to
Take some
Terranea.
dates there, baby.
And so it was just him and one friend.
Asian
They're
friend.
both Asian. And there was like a group of like 5 white dudes that basically was like, yo, you chinks better get like hurry up and move. Like we didn't pay all this money to wait for a bunch of like chinks or whatever. Like something to that effect.
Wow.
And he literally was like a post where you have to like swipe through the carousel of like what he wrote.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, this stuff is still happening.
Yeah.
You know, I thought we were over this like at last year or whatever, but it's like, no, it's still happening. And then he finished it off, and it had a lot of emotion and even anger, but it wasn't this like, man, we gotta like retaliate, none of that. It was just like, that's why we have to have the representation in politics, in entertainment, in the marketplace, social media,
Leadership.
all that. Like we have to, because if the world doesn't know that like I don't even want to make it about Asians. Like if the world doesn't know a people group is not just what you think of them because that's what you've seen about them, then these stereotypes are going to perpetuate, and the ignorance of people will continue to roll over from generation to generation. And so it is very important for these types of conversations to happen, and for people to be represented in media, like for you to be in your hustle as a stand-up comedian, and like you're freaking talented, bro. Like I love what you do, you know what I'm saying? And I know this is like the beginning of it. And to the so many others out there who are about this, I'll call it a fight. It is a fight. We're pursuing our dreams and we're doing what we love to do, yet we are in a fight because
For our life.
the rest of whatever, let's just call it America, is not used to this, and they're not in general not open arms. Most of America, I'll say a lot of America is.
A lot of.
Like we're getting more woke and all these other things, and that's a whole other
Don't
conversation.
say woke. Woke is
But
bad.
well, not everybody agrees with that.
No, what I mean is, yeah, okay. Yeah, anyways, go on.
So, but what I'm saying is, the more of these like varieties of conversations. Let's have the woke conversations. Let's have the whatever, like right wing, left wing, middle, whatever. Like, let's just have the conversations. Like, why are we trying to behind closed doors? Like, oh, let's just talk about this with us, but let's not let anyone else. Bro, this is a very public thing that we're putting out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what this show is. Conversations like, yo, what do we think about actually? What do we deal with actually? What are we actually doing? And let's be unashamed about it. And we are not going to be perfect. And we're going to stumble along the way. Yeah. People are probably going to call us out in the comments. People are going to be like, yo, I didn't agree with that. Cool. You don't have to agree with it. But we're putting it out there because we're not going to be silent about what we think. We're not censoring ourselves. Yeah. Like, we're really thinking about these things, and these things are actually a part of our real lives. So as a stand-up comic who, like, literally is putting your neck on the line every time you put out a bit, because we all know it's only funny when it's mostly true. And the truth is what's kind of, that kind of stings a little bit. Right?
People are just sensitive these days.
And that's like, as a stand-up, you know that you have to push that line, and you are risking yourself, because every time you push that line, people are like, so that's what he thinks about this? Like, he must be a this, he must be a that. Like, everyone always
they'll put you in a box.
Categorize.
Yeah, always categorize
yes.
it. Oh, you're probably a conservative because you said Trump's not so bad. Exactly. That means you're racist. That means you're... It's just overgeneralization. And Doc, the whole, like, that whole chink thing, man, that's another thing that's still, it grinds my fucking gears, man.
Me too.
It does, because they will, okay, your friend, does he look like a nice guy? Mm-hmm. Is he very non-threatening looking physically? Is he?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why. They would not say that to you. They would not say that to me. But they choose the ones that they're like, okay, I could probably say this.
Take this guy, yeah.
And I can't, I hate that shit. Bro. It makes me, I'm not one for throwing fists first, but when I think of stuff like that, it makes me want to, like, knock someone out.
100%.
You know what I hate? What really grinds my gears is when minorities do it to us. When other minorities are racist and they do the Asian stuff. Hey, if you want to be a bitch and you want to be a dick, fine. Let's go. Let's talk shit. But when you bring that, I'm like, wow, like, you're a minority too. You had that same hate towards you, and you could do that to another person. That's why I used to when I was younger, but, like, as I got older, when it comes to, like, other races, if I'm angry at them, I try to focus on what I'm angry about, and I don't focus on their race.
Skin color. Oh, never mind.
On their race or skin color.
No. Just kidding.
There's only one race that I do that I'm very not...
small their dick is.
Yeah. But yeah, so, like, for me, it's when I see, like a black dude, like, doing that to me, I'm like, wow. I know this is but I'm like, for you to go through that and do that to someone else, like, you don't really know what you're going through. You don't really understand what you're going through, what your ancestors went through. Because if you can go and treat me because I'm Korean or an Asian, or COVID or whatever, but, like, everyone else, other races have done that to your race, like, especially like my any black interaction, when they come at me in Asian stuff, like racist stuff, I get really, like, I get a little bit, not angry, but I get angry, but I'm more like hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost like, when that happens, I'm almost like, to feel like, brother, like, hey, like, we're actually more allies. Like, where if a white guy or some, European guy that's racist does it to me, like, I'm not thinking like that. I'm just, I want to go back after their head. But when it comes to, like, a minority, like, I get more hurt by it. It's like, and I try to be a little bit more understanding, so I don't get into beef with them, like, really hardcore. But yeah, that's the sad thing, is that everyone, especially during the Asian stuff, everyone hated us.
Yeah.
Because that was COVID, right? Like, everyone hated us.
The China virus.
Yeah, right? So that's, that's, I just feel like, man, I know dudes that, like, Hispanic dudes that are like, I love you Koreans, we vibe, but then, like, when that happened, I see them talking smack about Asian, about doing that on Facebook. And I'm like, dang, that sucks, man. Like, it's more hurtful for me. So
yeah. Well, I mean, dude, like, I think all this stuff is, it's very, this is all an unscripted conversation. We didn't know what we were gonna talk about, and the beauty of this is that we want to be unscripted. We want to bring on people who are from all different walks of life, and you coming from the the stand-up world, but also, like, you're kind of like, I feel like you're on the come up right now. You know what I mean? And you say you've been in the game for 5 years. Like I said, did I say this earlier? But I posted a quote on my IG story that it takes about 10 years to become an overnight success. And when I say that, because I'm like, yo, dude, like, you have to be prepared for when your time comes. Because when your time comes in, if you're not prepared, the opportunity is going to leave you. But if you're prepared, because if you put in the work and you get that right opportunity, like, yo, here's a moment to be viral, or here's a moment to be on a TV show, or be on the right stage and the right person's in the audience that's going to give you a break. You have to have put in so much work for that to even be a hit. So I posted that, and then like one of my hyungs, who's Jay Chong, shout out Jay Chong from Solid, or OG K-pop group.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh,
he said, he replied to my thing. I said, yeah, it takes about 10 years to become an overnight success, and he says, and it takes a lifetime to sustain it, meaning you can't ever give up. Once you get that, you have to do your whole life, but like that. You don't just like, oh, I got my moment, now I can just chill. No, you gotta maintain it. You gotta live that for the rest of your life. I'm like, that's some like Hyung wisdom right there, right? Yeah. He says, and it takes a lifetime to sustain it. And that's just like, even to say, like, I don't even really know what our demographics are, who's listening or what age group they are. But, you know, we're out here, bro. Like, we're all like, bro, I took the unconventional route of like chasing my dance dreams. And I've been doing this for over 20 years. And somehow it's worked out, you know what I'm saying? And then like, yeah, now we're podcasting, and then, you know, businesses, being an entrepreneur. Like as artists, we become fluid, and we like, all right, cool. Like, I did that for a minute, that worked out well for me. Now this new thing looks like attractive to me for whatever reason. Like, let me see what this is all about. And I think it's that curiosity that artists have. I think that's like the real, like the core element of an artist, is a curiosity to like, can I create something from this idea that I have? And it's from like a non-creative person, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, creative versus non-creative, which is better and what's not. But from a non-creative person, they can be like, that's crazy. That's just not logical. Like, why would you like try to create something out of nothing, especially when you have no experience in that? But the crazy people will be like, I don't care. I think I can make something from this. And if you're that, I'm just going to use my air quotes as crazy. If you're that crazy, you're also relentless. You're just not going to stop, because you don't care about the praises. You don't care about the boos. You don't care about the follows or the unfollows. You just care about, I want to get good at this thing. I'm not going to be satisfied until like I see this thing become, even in my eyes, I like this thing that I created. So I think that's just a thing that I you know, even in talking with you, Mike, bro, I see such a bright future, you know, and more than even that, bro, you're a real one, man. You're a real one. You know, you coming through.
I learned a lot about you today.
Yes, yes, same. And we just want to give you your flowers, man. You are doing the thing, and I'm just gonna say it right here. Whatever time this podcast comes out, we're gonna do a callback.
Yes.
Years from now, and be like, hey, remember when you came on?
He's gonna be too busy for us, you know. He's be like, hey,
please do not big.
Don't
Is that what you want me to do? If you want me to, I'll do that.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
You're manifesting. You're manifesting.
You can big time him.
I
Don't
want.
big
That's
time
how
him.
He didn't say that. You said that.
Can I tell you? I'm
I'm
so
like, oh, what's up, man?
I'm so down to manifest it if that's where you go. You know what I mean? I'm so down for that.
That's horrible.
I would never do that. What the
But
fuck?
I'm
Why
saying-
would you want to
I
manifest
know.
that?
I'm
for you?
saying
You're more important
I'm
than
so.
that. You need
I
to
just
give
want your
yourself more
success.
credit.
I want your success so
to
much.
the point that he's gonna big time you.
That
Hell
I
yeah.
treat you horribly.
Cool. You can do that.
What?
I want his success, and he will never.
Hey,
big
look.
time me.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is obviously you're not going to do it, but that's how big I want you to
You
get.
gotta
Nah, I
stop
appreciate
talking
that.
Is that
negative,
you-
bro. Don't get that negative talk out of here. You gotta be like, you're gonna be big. We're all gonna be big, and none of us gonna big time
What
each
did
other.
I say? That wasn't that like that. I said I want you to be so big
That you'll big
forget
time
about
me.
me.
That's
you-
horrible.
Yeah, if you think about yourself, I'm not thinking about myself.
Man,
right
you know
now.
that
I'm
is
thinking about
that's some
him.
like overly self-sacrificial Korean
Yes,
shit.
that's on some like masochistic.
Like,
Like,
you're
yeah,
like-
just sacrifice
I
my
mean, look,
life.
if you know anything about me and then you'll learn, I'm not like that. I'm like, hey, don't
Yeah.
forget about me, bro.
Yeah,
But
this
let
fool
me-
will hate you if you forget about him. He will never let you hear the end of it. If
The
you
opposite
even
is
look
always
like
true.
you're
Don't worry,
forgetting
we've
about
already
him.
connected on snacks, on all these. I feel like
We
I
did
know.
connect on
And here's
snacks.
the thing. Here's the thing.
These snacks were bomb.
You
Snackety
being our
snack.
first guest, and we really appreciate you. We actually have a gift for you. Right?
Oh, we
Okay,
do?
sure.
Yeah.
Sick.
Shut up. Yeah, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Look behind
I
you.
love this gift.
Look
I mean,
behind you.
I made it myself.
I don't want to walk over you, so look behind you on that first shelf, that little
Gundam?
animal. Yeah, grab
Oh, nice.
it. Grab it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got that for you because
Thank
I did
you,
feel.
thank you.
I felt today was a weird thing. I was trying to
Whoa,
get
what?
really into.
I dig this.
I wanted to
Wow,
get-
thank you, everybody.
I wanted to
Yeah.
get into this.
yeah.
You got him a gun?
Yeah, look.
Or we got him a
Wow.
gun?
Yeah, let me tell you, I got into this. I
Yes.
really thought about
We
you being
did.
our first guest,
Yeah.
and I was like, look, how can we make him feel loved and make him feel like? And I really snacks and toys came into my head.
Hey, that was like prophetic, bro.
It was.
We didn't know we were going to talk about anime.
And that's why when I tried to get into it to see where he said Gundam very end, I was like, oh shit. Fuck.
I didn't see the Gundam, by the way.
He just nutted himself when he heard that.
No, but when you said you love anime, I was like, oh god. Thank
He's
God.
like, oh, I love Kobe.
Kobe.
Authentic Kobe
I love
101.
Jordans. I love Jordans. And you know what? And not to say like we do this for any guest, but you're our first guest, so that's.
Wow.
I know.
Dude, I'm honored.
I literally give you a chore. Like you have to make that.
Oh, you have to assemble it?
Yeah.
I
love
used
doing
to.
those
I
things,
used
though.
to.
Those are
make
hella
these
fun.
I feel
when I
like
was
now
younger.
that I know,
So
a lot
I would
about
actually
you,
enjoy it.
I feel like I know
Nostalgia.
that more about you, about how you like anime and stuff. Like I'm like, you actually might enjoy that, yeah.
No.
Or you might just put it on your counter and just look at it and think of us, like you know.
Oh yeah,
So,
you don't have to like it's
don't-
it's in,
I'll make
like,
it. No, I'm
it's
gonna make
worth
it.
more when you keep it in
Yeah.
mint condition in the box,
I don't
right?
give a fuck.
Here, we'll sign it for you. Here.
I don't care about
That's
the
gonna
value. of that.
deface the value of it. Like, who are these guys
He signs it, it'll
sending
come up.
this thing have
I
nothing to
sign
do with
it.
Gundam?
Like,
If
what
I
is
sign
this
it, it'll
chicken
be-
scratch on
Yes,
this
we
shit?
now it's worth nothing.
What is this stain on this box? No,
Hey,
I'm legit gonna
bro,
make it because
I'm
I haven't done
actually
this shit in
like-
a long time, man.
Hey man, that was good. That was a very prophetic thing that you just did. Well, I had no idea we were about to talk about anime, and this was about an anime Gundam
Dude.
thing.
I just had a feeling.
You're a very thought. You know what?
And
I
also
always
watched
tell.
I was doing some,
I tell
watching
Ryan
what he
this.
talks about.
He's the most thoughtful gift giver that I know.
Is that your love language? One of them.
That's his love
one of my
language.
I fuck with
He
that.
always gives me like the gift that I didn't know that I wanted, and I'm like, oh damn, I did
Like
want
what?
this.
Like a
You know
rub?
what's funny?
No,
Like a
I
back
mean,
rub?
Randy hit me up. She's like, "You never got me a gift."
Well,
I was
I
like,
mean,
yeah,
I ain't that
I've
close.
had
I don't know what to
friends
tell
now
you.
I've watched the podcast. They're like, "Wait, you never give me a gift? Am I not important?" I'm like,
That's why you gotta be
Look,
careful.
that's not what the podcast is about.
That's why you got to
okay?
be careful about what you share in the
I
pod, bro,
know,
because
I
people
know.
are listening
I
now.
know.
Yeah, you know, let's edit out the fact that you gave me a Gundam because people are gonna get real jealous. You know what I'm saying?
No,
The bar's been set.
Yeah,
That's
they're gonna
that.
resent you, man.
no,
Maybe.
No, everybody's gonna get crap after this. You know what I mean? But
We'll give
I'm
them
just kidding.
each one kwaja.
one
like this.
clause out.
We're gonna just save these.
Yeah.
All one.
What if we had this
It's
whole
beef stick.
season, and
Japanese
they're like,
beef
This
stick.
is the Mike Kim beef stick. That's
Like,
what
this
we'll call
is
it.
Mike Kim
Mike Kim's
original
beef
Japanese beef stick.
Close.
That's a
Close.
callback. That's also a callback.
It is a callback.
Grower short. Like,
I'm a grower to the max.
no, I'm
man.
saying is that the? Oh, that's not.
Oh
that's
no,
not
no,
just
dude,
hanging?
it is so small compared to. No, dude, it would never be the size of flaccid. Hell no, dude. If it looked like this, I would just like wear thongs for no reason. Dog.
Oh man, yeah.
Thongs for
On your
no
set,
reason.
On your set,
Dude, I've had women tell me I've never seen someone grow as much as you.
Oh,
Literally,
Hey.
because it's so small, and it's like a true surprise.
That is
A
No.
true surprise.
truly unleash the power within, man. That's
Literally
UPW.
from a Saiyan to Super Saiyan level 3.
my
man.
yeah, my wife is like, I don't
Level
know how
3
someone
is with, like,
grows
the
and
long
looks exactly the
blonde
same.
hair.
Exactly. And
That's
he
the
loses
long
eyebrow
blonde.
hairs.
That's right before he turns into a monkey.
He turns into Cro-Magnon.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
Cro-Magnon as
Cro-Magnon.
as dude, man. But I wanted to say this though real quick about the whole Asian melting. I know this is serious talk, but I care about this stuff.
No, let's talk about it.
I really believe that there's gonna be more and more Asians in America, more and more with the population of you know,
Sure.
reproduction,
It's just facts.
immigration.
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep
Yeah.
gonna keep growing and growing, right? But with what little there are right now, we had to be the ones, including our ancestors and our parents and whoever immigrated here, they had to go through the shit with racism, with like, oh, we're not cool, this and that. To the Bruce Lee quote, "Don't pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one." So that we had to get toughened by the world to develop into this thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure none of us were born just confident.
Yeah.
I was walking around in high school with my head on the floors. I couldn't make eye contact with people, and now I'm doing this shit. But it was through pain and suffering, and that desperation, that desperate need of, like, fuck, nobody fucks with me. Why? And instead of playing helpless, just well, I might as well do my best just to see how much I can
Turn into the skid.
develop myself,
Oh.
and then what did they say? Pressure turns coals into diamonds.
Mhm.
I think it's absolutely necessary.
Mm.
So I don't know. It's like a weird thing of the. It sucked that our people and we had to go do certain things, but at the same time, I think it was kind of a necessity
Yeah.
Mhm.
to get stronger.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, for sure. We wouldn't be as dope as we are, like, you know,
No.
just as Asians, if the Asians before us didn't go through what they went through. for
Yeah,
sure.
and they went through even worse shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Way
talking about?
worse. Way worse.
You know what I'm talking about? And like they can't even speak English well. So imagine what that we're fucking native speakers of this shit.
Yeah. We have all the tools.
We have the
Yeah.
tools, even just the ability to have a sharp tongue
Mm-hmm.
can dismantle
Right.
somebody like the the golfing white dudes that said chink this, chink
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? But to the immigrants, what can they say?
Yeah.
Right.
It's
But they
limited.
keep going.
Sometimes they don't say anything because they
Because
can't.
they can't. They
Because
can't
they're like, oh, I don't know.
emote.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
we are of the generation that is going to be the dismantling of those minority myth stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope and pray that we do it well, because we can do it unhealthily too. We can do it through violence.
Drinks, yeah.
We can do it through
COVID.
aggression, not through COVID.
Sorry.
This guy
Hey,
just
I
taking
mean,
us.
if they're gonna- if-
we're trying to get somewhere, and this guy just took us 10 steps back.
Hey, we got Thanos snap the fucking racist, right?
I
Get rid of
know.
half of them so they learn a
Sorry,
lesson.
yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to say that. I was just thinking out loud.
But
Nah, you meant it.
I
You
think
meant
I
it.
think you meant it. It's okay though, bro. It's a safe
all right,
space.
fuck it.
It's a safe space. You're here to grow too.
It's a safe
right?
space for
You're
the
here
whole
to grow.
public to hear.
We're growers. Yeah.
Yes,
We're growers.
yeah. Good callback. But you know, I think we are of the generation that's going to be smart about how we do it, because like I think you can force your way, and that's unhealthy.
Yeah.
If you force it by like, oh, we're gonna beat everyone up that is racist against us, like, so you're just gonna perpetuate violence now? Is that who we are? Like, no, we're not violent. We're not timid. We're not incapable of, but we're smarter than that. Let's have a conversation. Let's have something where we like, you know, put everything on the table and be very real. And I think that's the stuff that we slowly make our way. It's not like kick the doors open and then we demand respect, because that's also a form of bullying too.
We should do that though.
I'm gonna be honest too about
Explain
that.
yourself.
Well,
What do
actually,
you
after
mean?
him, Ryan, speak your mind
Yeah,
about that. Speak
what do
your
you
mind
mean?
about
We should. We're at the point now where they're expecting us to be quiet and doing. We.
So what do you think violence is the way?
No, I don't mean violence. I just think being more vocal.
That's what I was saying.
Oh. But
Being vocal,
yeah,
being
but,
tactful.
But I'm saying, but even if that doesn't work, why not? Why not be a little bit forceful? Why not be a little bit more? It's because we're not. Think about it. Like, well, I'm gonna get really okay. So like the Black Lives Matter movement, right? There's times where it got out of hand and they rioted and stuff, but now look at it. Like people aren't. I mean, there are people on the other side saying that's the bad movement, this and that and this and that, but they're doing something. They're speaking up for themselves. They're finally fighting back. Like, I feel like Asians don't have that yet. We need to do that.
We do have that.
We do.
We do have people fighting. We do have people being violent. We do have people shooting people. We
But
do have
those
people.
are all in where though? Like not in
Yeah,
America.
it's everywhere.
Not in America though.
What do you mean not in America?
Like think about it. Like our the protests for the Asian hate stuff. Like it lasted for like 3-4 months. That's it. Now where do you see it? I don't. Maybe there are, but it's not like politicized. It's not. That's the thing about Asians, man. We just let it go. We let it go. Like we should be quitting our jobs, marching every day, doing all that stuff that all the other groups doing who really believe in what they're fighting
And
for.
I think that's where the strategy comes in. I think what you're now getting to is being strategic. I don't think strategic means let's be violent because that's the way that we get people's attention.
I'm not saying being violent, but let's not rule out violence.
Hey, but violence is going to happen whether it's rolled out or not. Because some people will just choose violence because that's the way that they choose to express themselves.
Yeah, that's why.
So
that's why
I think violence is going to happen because it's just going to happen. But to be like, hey, let's not rule out violence as if, yeah, maybe let's also choose violence. That's different. Choosing violence is like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go out and beat some people up today because I'm going to choose violence.
Yeah, sure. I'm
That's
thinking more of the
choosing violence.
we're not gonna take it kind of violence. So.
If it comes from like self-defense, if it's like a self-defense thing, yeah, ain't nobody backing down.
But we do.
Who's we?
Asian communities.
Who's we Asians? It's not me. I don't back down when I'm getting beat up.
You're not. I'm not
That's what
talking
I'm
about
saying.
you,
That
bro.
what I'm saying is there are people who are not backing down, even when it comes to violent altercations. But I don't think we should ever glorify, well, if it comes to violence, let's just be violent, because then that becomes chaos. Because then where is the limit at that point? Where is like the checks and balances there?
No, you're right.
We should never be like, you know what? If we need to get violent, let's just get violent. Because then some people might just take that to the extreme and be like, all right, cool, let's just go out there and start beating up people who aren't Asian because they're doing that to us. Like that's not the
But maybe
answer.
if we did that, we wouldn't get railed on.
So no. People, this is my
Like
personal school thought, and I'm actually looking forward to hear what you got to say about this too. I'm only gonna speak personally about me. I am never gonna campaign like everyone should be like me. I'm gonna be like, yo, if I get attacked in the streets, guess what? I'm fighting back, and you might have a different opinion of Asian people after you find me. But that's just me. I'm not gonna be like everyone out there should like carry a knife, carry a gun. If you see something happen, you should go attack because they've been attacking us for all these years. That is a whole slippery slope.
Sure, I'm not speaking specifically on violence. I'm just saying I feel like we come in strong and then it disperses because I feel like it's not as important to everyone else. When something happens to a white person, something happens to a black person, it goes crazy, national attention, all that stuff. With Asians, we get outrage for a little while, and then and then it dies out.
It's slowly growing though.
Sure.
Like we see that in media. I do see it in media. Like even from movies coming out, shows coming out. I'm just like, yo, there are a lot more Asians being placed in roles that are like respectable roles or like glorified roles, even right? Like from the Shang-Chi's to like, there's a lot of dope stuff coming out, good content where it's like, yeah, the Asian male character is not this emasculated male, weak, nerdy, whatever guy, and we're slowly getting there. I think it's a matter of
I agree with you.
patience and persistence, and not this like, yo, let's just kick the doors down, let them know that we're here. It's like, yo, dude, that's not the way that it works.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you do that, you piss people off. They're like, yo, why are these Asian people all of a sudden hella angry? And like, is that who they are then? Like, yo, let's be smart. This is like what MLK did. MLK was like, yo, he was all about black empowerment. But he was like, let's do it with love. Let's do it with tact. And we're not backing down. We're going to let them know we're here, and we're not here to be taken advantage of. We're not here to be like, yo, sit in the back of the bus. But we are not going to be taken advantage of, but we're not going to do that through violence. We're not going to do that through like, yo, we're here, da 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 da. And unfortunately, this man was assassinated because, and that's also the unfortunate real life that we live in. Some people don't like that, and they want to silence those voices. I pray to God that we don't get the Asian, folks who are leading that movement or that conversation to be assassinated or anything close to that. But like, I think there is a tactful, smart way to make movement without having to be like, man, we've been silenced for so long. Let's just freaking kick the doors open and let them know that we're here. It's like, well, then are we better than anybody else that tried to do that?
Yeah, no, you're right. Did we get too serious right now?
We can get serious, bro. We're not here.
I think it was good to really talk about that in like a very.
What's your thoughts on that? Like,
I agree with both of you.
Dope.
But in a way of not the whole like rioting and that type of stuff, but if somebody's gonna talk some shit, stand up for yourself.
Your ground.
I'm not saying start a fight.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you have to fight because they're attacking you,
that's what happened.
Fight.
Exactly.
Don't let them beat your ass.
Exactly.
Fight.
Exactly.
And if they say some shit, either use humor to fucking roast them, win, or you pick and choose your battles too. Like, don't if they're like gang members, don't just walk off.
Yeah, like, cool.
Honestly, it's better to walk because there's no fucking like conversating with people that want to hurt, like kill you.
Yes.
Like gang, like don't do that. But to the average regular person, and if they're being racist and stuff, speak your fucking like say something. Say something. But again, tact, like you said.
Be strategic.
Dude, man, like.
Yeah, I do a Tech 9. No, I'm just kidding.
Because the way I look at it is this: like, if I talk back to this one dude for saying some shit, and I shut his ass up, he's gonna think twice about doing that to another one.
Exactly.
That's how I view it, right? I don't have to beat his ass, but if he touches me, I'm not gonna hit him right away, but I'm gonna do little moves I need to do, like keep him at bay, like, hey, just don't, right? And then if it comes push comes to shove, I'm going to defend myself
100%.
to self-preservation, right? But I just feel like we just have to be more vocal, period, because we just stay quiet and let them bully us.
Right.
I had a guy email me 2 days ago, an Asian guy. He's like, hey, what, like how do you respond to these things with the hate crimes, with people being more racist, blah, blah, blah. And I told him just living my life unapologetically and then having boundaries and speaking my mind when I need and defending myself when I need to verbally as I need to, you know. And he's like, you know, maybe that's why people mess with me because I don't do that. Because I just keep my mouth shut and I take it.
Let him.
And he just takes it, right? Because when you don't even speak your mind even a little bit, whatever fire we have in us, we kill that flame until it becomes this tiny little thing where we don't even know. Like, you could be like a 6 foot tall, jacked Asian dude and look at yourself as a 5'4", 120-pound little shrimp who's like doesn't work out or have any strength. You don't know what you look like. You know, you ever see that photo of the lion looking in the pond or whatever water, and then he sees like a baby lion looking back, or the opposite. They have those two, kind of like that. But you know what I'm talking about though. So it's either we're smaller physically, but we see a lion within, or we're a lion, but we see a little cub within. And it's like you have to build that fire by facing fears in just life, not even just facing racism, but just like running towards the fear. That's what builds that confidence to be like, you know, I'm gonna speak my mind. And right now, because I think it's so young in this whole Asians starting to like rise up a bit with more confidence and instead of being overly quiet, there's gonna be overcorrections with gang members fucking up people. And honestly, I think there needs to be a little bit of that so it's out there for the overcorrection to be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do that, but this is what could happen. You fuck with the wrong Asian. Honestly,
that's really what I was saying.
Like, because I could see what you meant. But it could. I mean, Cazadores.
You know what?
Would you be a Casa Azul, bro?
What I also will say, just even what I was like, it might have seemed like I was disagreeing with you. I wasn't. I'm saying.
I know you don't. Yeah.
I am the wrong Asian to mess with.
No,
but I don't promote.
Yeah.
Let's all do this. I'm like, yo, dude. I just hope you don't do that to me because you're just gonna get a different result. And
because you don't want to hurt
somebody.
Don't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, yo, I hope somebody would. Like, no, I actually do not. I hope no one does.
Yeah.
But if it does, you're gonna be unpleasantly surprised. Like, I am not gonna take that, you know. And I don't want that to happen. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are like that. But I also do recognize that there are people who are scared. They're like timid. They're like, man, like I just keep getting these emails and I don't know what to respond. And they keep coming at me. It's like, well, then freaking maybe respond then. Yeah. But be tactful in how you respond. Don't just be like, yo, I'm going to come and kill you. Like,
what's your address? I'll meet you.
That's not it.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? But like, be strategic because words are so powerful, man. Yes. Like as a comic, you already know. Words can completely diffuse a situation or escalate.
Big time. Literally one word.
One word.
Can change the whole context.
And how it's delivered.
And how it's delivered. How it's delivered and one word.
Yes.
It's the energy.
Exactly.
It's more than the words itself.
No, the energy,
It's the energy.
When you said you did this versus this, like even for me to see that, I'm like, oh shit, yeah. Like as a guy seeing that, I feel more attacked when you do it like this versus like, hey, this is your stage. Go ahead. Come on. You know,
Open
so like
body
the way,
language.
yeah, body language.
Body
is
language is
huge.
huge.
It's everything.
It
right?
is. It is.
So like, yeah, I mean, I could sense that too. That's why I didn't interject at all, because I could tell you guys are essentially on the same page,
Oh, yeah.
but you're trying to figure it
That's
out.
what we do all the time.
But you guys are like homies, and Cazadores has kicked in.
freaking House of Dores,
but you're
man.
also giving your opinion of like your own perspective of you've seen violence. You probably have, but not to the level he has. Like
I feel like I've seen more violence than him.
Oh, both of you?
I don't know. I feel like
I don't know. I'm not trying to make it a competition.
Yeah.
But
I'm more gangster than no.
Hey,
no, but you know
can
what I mean.
take
Just
it.
like through life, not trying to
Yeah.
seek it, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. But the point is, I could tell that it's same page, same mission, ultimately. But as somebody who's like not in that conversation with the passion, I let the audience know what's up. You know what I mean? Like what you guys are essentially kind of saying.
That's what I mean. Literally, that's what the show is for, man. Like, you know, bringing in different perspectives on, you know, given issues, and let the audience decide. I mean, all we're here, dude. We're not here as like the authority on anything. Like, what the frick do we know? We don't know anything other than what we think and what we've experienced. But then, chances are, there are people out there who have experienced something similar to you, and to me.
Whether you're Asian or not.
Whether you're Asian or not, or maybe they've never experienced any of these experiences, and this is just an interesting conversation where, like, I didn't know this even existed.
Which I've heard a lot from people too.
That's also so like important for this type of stuff to go out there. So I mean, this is why we're doing this. It's what we're here for. Mike, thank you for coming on and being our
Great transition to the goodbye. That was smooth
yeah.
as fuck.
I try, man. I try.
No, on a very passionate, intimate note, man. That was smooth. Just had to give you the
He's
flowers.
good.
You just brought it down right now. You just brought it down. I like
Radio
it.
DJ.
Radio DJs. My name's Theo.
94.7 The Way.
Ooh, look at the harmony on this guy.
That's some Notebook shit right
I
there.
like that. Should we go to
Anyways,
Notebook
I
after
cut
this?
you.
We might need to sing you for the conversation intro.
I mean, well, Mike. I mean, dude, this was really fun talking with you, bro. Like, I think we can speak. I can speak for both of us. We'd love to have you back, man.
Yeah.
Dude, anytime, man. Just hit me
We
up.
might have a ding dong, a bell, just ding dong.
Yeah, you're like Mr. Rogers' neighbor. It's like,
Hey.
oh, it's
No,
Mailman Mike.
No,
Yeah.
that's that was wait, Mailman Mike. I'm thinking about the cowboy dude from Pee Wee's Herman's Playhouse. That was Morpheus.
That was Lawrence Fishburne.
You know Lawrence Fishburne. Do you
What?
remember the black dude with
As the cowboy.
Do you
on
remember
Pee-wee's-
the black cowboy that had the Jerry curl?
Are you sure
That's
Lawrence
Fishburne. Look it up.
We're gonna-
I
okay.
put-
Can
I
you
could
prove
put-
it before the audience gets mad
No,
and
no.
says,
Have-
"Wow"?
Fishburne.
I think Mark's fact
Lawrence
checking that right
Fishburne
now.
Was cowboy something on the
Cowboy Morpheus.
Cowboy Morpheus
I
on?
think Mark's fact checking right now. We're not ending this
Yeah, we're not
episode
gonna end
until
it
we
until we-
confirm.
Cowboy. Yes.
Really?
What was his name?
Oh
What?
my God! It is Lawrence
Lawrence
Fishburne.
Fishburne.
All right, we got to put that in
Yeah.
the little.
You put, boom.
Holy shit!
What
He
was
was-
his name though?
Cowboy Rick? Cowboy.
I guess that's not important. The fact that Lawrence Fishburne was a
That
cowboy
was one
on
of his
Pee-wee's
beginnings.
Playhouse.
So, you know, you
Wow.
never know.
Curtis.
Cowboy Curtis.
Curtis.
Yeah.
You remember him? The black
Cowboy
dude that
Curtis.
came in?
I actually don't
Wow.
remember him.
Anyways.
I guess you really watched Pee-wee's Playhouse, which is great. I used to watch it all the time too, but
No,
maybe,
I'm just a Morpheus
Yeah, I did too.
fan.
I just don't.
maybe that was
I'm
a
just
later
a Morpheus fan.
in the
yeah.
later seasons.
It's one of those BuzzFeed videos, you know, you just, did you know that, you know, one of those.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, they do that. No, I had a blast too, guys. Thanks for having me on. You
Dude.
know what I mean? Thanks for all the snacks. I've been fucking it up.
Yeah,
man.
Oh,
dude,
man.
we just-
It's not going to happen every time.
We're gonna
okay?
keep eating these
the
snacks.
first time, we'll save them, you know.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
going to be a regular, so.
Dude, just whenever, man. Because I know we got a lot of things in the future that we could talk about and shit.
100%.
This was a good conversation, and the
Yeah.
fact that I was able to talk about anime, my fucking love.
yeah,
I
bro.
love anime, man. I
And
won't
look
date
at
a
it like
girl
the,
that doesn't like
the,
anime.
the gift, the prophetic gift from Ryan.
Coincidentally,
It's not
Not
coincidence.
going-
Bro.
it was all thought out,
That's
man.
all
This
God.
is the-
I literally meditate, and I was like, tell me, what?
God told you to
God
get.
told you to get you a Gundam,
If
dude.
it's God or if it's someone else, I don't know. But yes,
Buddha.
it's my my roulette thing. I think about it and I'm like meditating. Like,
Oh, yeah.
give me a number.
Ryan wins on roulette every time.
Not every time, but I
You're good at
meditate
it?
on it. I meditate on to tell me, what's up. But anyways.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
Well, Mike, where can people follow you, man? Like, you're all the things that you're doing. What's the stuff? Plug away. This is the plug time.
Yeah, man.
Damn, your voice has got hella deep right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah, let's go.
You could peg me at no, don't peg me. Mike Kim Comedy. Everything is under Mike Kim Comedy. One word. MikeKim Comedy. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube.
OnlyFans.
Maybe. I actually do have an OnlyFans, Mike Kim Comedy, but that's not for like showing my pee-pee. But
it's for like the
But I did think about it one time. Desperate times calls for desperate
measures.
Desperate 5-inch. Just kidding. It's not 5 inches. It's bigger than that.
That's a
Anyways,
different
yeah, man, you can find me there. You can find my podcast at The Set Breaker. The Set Breaker.
We're waiting for it to come back. You're on a little bit of a hiatus.
Yeah, it's been a lot of a hiatus, but it's gonna come back.
Okay, cool.
Got a Korean NBA agent that's gonna be on.
Okay.
Nice.
I had Robert Greene on.
All right.
Famous
you got some dope guests.
Not actor, but author. So you know how it is, right?
We
whatever,
do know how
whatever.
It is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I love that saying. Well, Mike, thank you so much for coming through, man. And we'll bring you on here again if you agree to.
Yeah.
I already agreed. I already signed it.
Signed contract. We got like a 10-episode agreement.
10 episode
contract.
And with that, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Conversations Pod. Ryan, we have some socials.
Yeah, it's Conversations _pod for all our social medias except our Twitter. It's just going to be Conversations Pod. So _ or something like that. Yeah, you'll find it.
It's a little confusing.
Yeah,
we'll tag it. We'll put it in the description, and make sure if you are digging what we're doing, leave us that 5-star rating
and subscribe and
like
follow and
subscribe, share it, tag us on our socials. We'll regram all those posts, and share it with your friends. And I guess that's it. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.